Good morning from Disneyland in California. I have not been to the West Coast parks in over 5 years, so I am really excited to be here. Got a group of friends with me. I'll introduce them to you later. But we are going to have a great time at Disneyland today. We're going to see how much we can do with our MultiPass. I'm going to try and give you some tips and tricks along the way. And let's get started on this beautiful day at Disneyland. I say beautiful day. It's a very overcast day right now. Actually a little bit chilly, but it's going to be a beautiful day. So it is a little before 8 o'clock. The park opens at 8 o'clock today, so we are here for rope drop. So we haven't decided exactly what we're going to rope drop yet. We originally had a plan of Rise of the Resistance, but it's the weekend, it's very busy, and I feel that if we make it all the way back to Star Wars Land, the line's going to be ridiculous. So I think we're going to change plans on that, pick something else, a little bit more tame maybe, because we do have boarding group number 3 on the virtual queue for Haunted Mansion, so probably want to stay somewhere in that vicinity. The rope drop line's pretty serious right now. Everyone's still saying Rise of the Resistance. Don't see it happening, but we will see. And off we go. Rope drop has officially started. We have altered our plans. No Rise of the Resistance. We are going to rope drop Jungle Cruise. Ride. I love that because that's one that Walt Disney was very passionate about. He wanted real animals for Jungle Cruise. Obviously not going to happen in the middle of Southern California, but that was his original plan, and then it turned into Animal Kingdom much later on, so that's just really cool. Okay, so a little bit on how Lightning Lane works here. It's different than Disney World. So Disney World girl got a little lesson here. This is more like how Genie Plus was. You cannot purchase it until you are checked into the park. So rope drop is very important here. If you don't show up till 10 o'clock, guess what? A whole bunch of people were here before you, and they're going to get all the good rides. So you can't even buy Lightning Lane. You can't book your first Lightning Lane until you're physically in Disneyland or DCA. So get here early, get checked in, immediately book your first Lightning Lane, and then book it for as early as you can for the ride you want most, and then just keep on booking throughout the day. Now, here right now, there is a virtual queue for Haunted Mansion because it's got the holiday overlay. So that you have to be on at 7 a.m. to get a virtual queue, or you can try again at noon. We have a virtual queue. We are boarding group number 3, which obviously has been called. So we are heading that way. We're trying to decide if we're going to pop into Pirates first, and then, because we have an hour. Okay, everybody's in agreement. 5-minute wait for Pirates. We're going to ride this, and then do our virtual queue for Haunted Mansion, and then we should be about time for our first Lightning Lane in Indiana Jones for 9:15. So we are rock and rolling this morning. I consider myself a Disney World girl just because that's where I've been most of my life and been there more. So you're going to hear me doing some comparisons between Disneyland and Disney World. I love Pirates. I love it at both parks, but it is far superior here in Disneyland. It's a longer ride. It's got 2 drops. One is completely in the dark, and one you've got a little bit of light to see. You will get wet. My butt is completely wet, and it's just a great ride. I love the introduction, and what's very cool, here's a fun fact. Whenever you start, you're in the bayou, and you're like, why am I in the bayou? What does that have to do with Pirates of the Caribbean? But New Orleans, and we're in New Orleans Square. Well, actually, Pirates is kind of teetering between Adventureland and New Orleans Square. But there is a huge pirate history in New Orleans. If you ever go to New Orleans, look it up. There's actually pirate tours. We've done them before. They're very interesting. It's not just a bunch of, made up stuff. There's true pirate history there. So that ties in to the Bayou theme. Very cool. All right, now it's time for Haunted Mansion right next door.
Was the nightmare before Christmas and rolled through the house. Not a creature was peaceful. Not Monorail and vouchers. The mansion was changed. All was soon covered, adorned, and deranged. It all looked so pleasant. If you don't, it's not. It's cheap. To uncover. To keep my love bewitched to me.
Just fabulous. Haunted Mansion's one of my favorite rides anyway, but having the Haunted Mansion with the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay, it's just like a completely different experience. And they have this up through the Halloween season and the Christmas season. This is the first trip I've got to see it, and it's just like mind-blowing. Just like every square inch of that ride has been taken over by the story, and I just love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Now it is time for our MultiPass lightning lane for Indiana Jones. So we are here in Adventureland, New Orleans Square, and we're knocking stuff out this morning. We are doing very good on our planning. There are two different philosophies about rope dropping. One, some people come in, they pick a very high ticket ride that's got a long wait, and they go to it. If you're here very early or you're at that front of the line, that's fine. But if you get here at a normal time and you're, somewhere at the back of the line, to me that's a waste of valuable rope drop time because you're gonna get one ride. Where if you do like we did, pick something that's classic but has long waits during the day, not a big ticket ride like Jungle Cruise, Pirates of the Caribbean, things like that, you can knock out 3 great rides in an hour as opposed to one. To each their own, that's just our philosophy. I feel all shook up now. That's a fun ride, but it's like moving you around. So we're trying to think of what to call this. It's not a roller coaster. It's a dark ride, but not a dark ride. So we came up with it's an adventure car. So that's what we're calling it. It's an adventure car. Just little bit of information. The lightning lane merges with the standby queue very early on. So even if you have a lightning lane for this, we still waited over 25 minutes in the queue once they merged together. But still better than 45 minutes, or now it's 60. So now, that is 4 rides very quickly right off the bat, and it's time to recaffeinate. Yep, I'm at Starbucks at Disney. This was a little bit of a time suck, but you like what you like. And I'm getting breakfast too, late breakfast. Worth the wait. Salted caramel cold brew. And breakfast, ham and cheese croissant. All is right in the world now. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin, check. Worst score I think I've ever gotten on this ride. What's different here at Disneyland is you go over to the screen, you find your photo, and you email it to yourself. So that's cool, so it shows up in your email. We are making very good use of our lightning lanes here in Tomorrowland. So we snagged a Space Mountain lightning lane. The ride went down, so it became an anytime lightning lane. Perfection. It's back up now. So we immediately got a Buzz Lightyear, rode that one, and now we have Star Tours, about to ride that one, then Space Mountain, and then I think we're gonna go jump on the monorail and hit almost every ride in Tomorrowland. Astro Orbiters, we're gonna skip that one. Finding Nemo, I think we're gonna skip that one. We're gonna hit the ones we want.
Anyone would want to race around the galaxy is quite beyond me.
For Star Tours. Star Tours check. Now it's time for Space Mountain. We're just making our rounds here in Tomorrowland. And another one that's better at Disneyland. The ride is smoother, graphics on the ceiling, awesome. And it's a totally different experience. So like we knew where the ride photo was on Disney World and we were expecting it. In Disney World, it's at the beginning, here it's at the end. While we're talking about differences between Disney World and Disneyland, the temperature, okay? This is October. If I was in Disney World, I'd be sweating profusely by this point. I am wearing shorts and a t-shirt, but I have a lightweight sweater on. And I still have it on. It was chilly this morning. Like I'm getting to the point now where I can probably take it off. But then when the sun goes down, you're gonna need it on again. So just kind of keep that in mind if you're coming to Disneyland and you're used to Disney World. You might want to pack a long sleeve shirt or a sweater because it does get chilly here. So after the crazy, exciting ride of Space Mountain, we need something chill. So we haven't ridden the monorail. And see, here in Disneyland, a monorail is a ride, where in Disney World it's transportation. So we're gonna hop on the monorail, take a nice, peaceful little ride around Disneyland. And I think you can either get off in downtown Disney, or you can just make a loop and come right back here, which is what we're gonna do. Now, never done this before in my other times of being here at Disneyland, so this is a completely new experience. It's gonna be just a scenic tour around. I think we go through DCA too. I think we see like a little bit of everything. It's gonna be cool. Now it is time for Fantasyland. This is where all your classic Disney rides are, and there are quite a few of them, and none of them have lightning lanes. So now is a good time of day. We're just gonna pop in line and ride some rides. We're gonna start with Alice in Wonderland. Oh my God, I loved Alice in Wonderland. That was fantastic. Such a cute ride. Great graphics. You can tell it's been updated. Just fun. And you go all inside, and you've got, the Queen of Hearts, and you've got all the cards running around, and then you go outside, and you've got great views of Disneyland Park. Fantastic. Loved that one. And since we're right here next to Alice, we're gonna go right next door and ride the teacups. All right, we're just gonna make our way around Fantasyland. The next one up is Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Now this is a ride that is definitely a Disneyland classic. It's gone in Disney World. It was replaced by Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. But this is a fun one, especially for this time of year, because if you are like me and had like the old school DVDs, it was The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. So the story of Sleepy Hollow and Mr. Toad were on the same DVD. All right, who's ready to go to hell? Yeah, you actually go to hell on this ride. Okay, now it's time for Peter Pan's Flight, another classic. We are making our way through Fantasyland with all of these rides and the twist and turn queues out here. It's so funny how a ride can be the same but different at two different parks. It's the same ride with the same scenes but in different order. I think they're in different order. Yeah, they're in different order. So anyway, cool ride. I think we are going to take a break from Fantasyland, go have some lunch in Orleans Square, and then come back and finish Fantasyland after we've got some food in our bellies. This food looks good. We are at Cafe Orleans. We've got Monte Cristos, we've got ratatouille, I've got roasted chicken, we have gumbo, really good looking seasoned fries. This is gonna be a good lunch. That lunch was yummy. I ate healthy today. Quite happy with myself. So we have decided to hop over to DCA. We were able to get a lightning lane for web slingers, because I've never ridden that before. And we have a lightning lane for Incredicoaster, which is awesome. So Disney California Adventure closes at 6 o'clock tonight because there is an Oogie Boogie Bash. So we just have a few hours to hop over there, do a few things, and then we're gonna come back to Disneyland. So remember how I said there's an Oogie Boogie Bash? Yeah, everybody's here for it now. And the line is very, very long to get in. So I'm not sure if we have to wait in this line or if there's a line for people who are just park hopping. We're gonna figure this out. Yay! We don't have to wait in that line. We can go straight on in. Okay, so we're gonna do what we gotta do in this park and we're gonna bug on out because definitely this park is about to get very, very, very busy. That's okay, we have 2 lightning lanes. We're gonna use them and probably move on. Our timing is spectacular today. We are here in this area for the Avengers campus. That's what it's called, the Avengers campus, to ride web slingers. And we come in and we catch the tail end of the Spider-Man show, and he got to wave at us as we come in. So now, fingers crossed, web slingers has not gone down again. We're gonna go ride that right now because we had it booked and it went down, so it became an anytime fast pass or lightning lane. Still gonna always call it fast pass. Anytime lightning lane, and so we were not in a rush to get over here. We're gonna go try and ride it, fingers crossed.
You could just initiate the safety protocols. It'd be greatly appreciated.
Problem with that,
So
Peter?
anyway, if you want to sling a web, all you gotta do is sling your arm in the direction you want to shoot the web, and that's it. Don't worry, everyone. I got this.
That ride is fun. My arms hurt. So basically it's the exact same ride concept as Toy Story Mania where you have targets, but on Toy Story Mania you have a gun and you're shooting like this. In Web Slingers you're like shooting like you're shooting web out of your hand. It was really fun. Like I didn't know exactly what to expect. I knew it was a shooting game. Big thumbs up, I like that. We have a little time to kill until our lightning lane at Incredicoaster. So Luigi's Rocking Roadsters only has 25 minutes. So we're gonna go ride this. Land has transformed for Halloween, and it's like Halloween, but all of the, well, not all, Radiator Springs Racers doesn't, but Tow Maters and Luigi's both have a Halloween overlay, and the entire land is decorated, and it's just so cute. And it is getting serious with the party people up in here, because it's getting really busy, but I am loving seeing all the costumes. Definitely have to come do the Oogie Boogie Bash one day. It is time for Incredicoaster. So we are heading into Pixar Pier right now to ride Incredicoaster. And then we have to decide, do we leave DCA and go back to Disneyland, or do we ride the Wheel of Death, the swings, something else over here before we leave? We'll see. So fun. That ride's a blast. So we gotta go get our ride photo. And then the big question is, do we get a Jack Jack's Num Num cookie? Because they're like literally right here. So when you go through one of those things, whatever you call it, tunnels, they pipe in the smell of cookies. So. That's a really good chocolate chip cookie. Look how thick it is. And it's got little chocolate chips, big chocolate chips. That's good. We killed it. It was a team effort, but it's all gone. So only a small percentage of the rides, and I'm gonna say about half of the rides at Disney California Adventure have Lightning Lane. At Disneyland, maybe only a third or a quarter. It's not a lot. So you have to be creative in maximizing your Lightning Lanes. So we have one, you can stack them. We have one for Big Thunder Mountain for later tonight, and since we just used Incredicoaster, we are going to go over here to Little Mermaid and we can get one immediately. This is one that you never have to wait to get one. Like if you've got some time and you need to burn a Lightning Lane, or want to ride something where you can get on immediately, this is the ride to do it on. After this one, we're gonna hop back to Disneyland, and there's a couple more we can get over there. We can get Smuggler's Run, we can get Pirates of the Caribbean, because we rode that this morning on standby. So we have not used the Lightning Lane for that. So if we want to ride Pirates again, which why not? Who doesn't love pirates? We can do that. So now it is the Little Mermaid. I love seeing all these costumes. Like I was on the down low, like taking pictures of people's costumes, because there's some really, really good ones. And I love it when the whole family is like dressed as one thing. My favorite was like the Cinderella family, and it was like the little girl was Cinderella and daddy was no, he's not Prince Charming, whatever he is. And then they had the evil stepsisters and the mom, and they had Gus Gus. It was really cute. All right, so we're heading back into Disneyland now, because they haven't kicked us out of DCA, but it's getting close. So back to Disneyland, and we're gonna resume our tour of Fantasyland, hitting all the rides over there. I feel that Disneyland Park is gonna be very busy tonight, because since Disney California Adventure is closing very shortly, everybody that was in that park that is not attending the Oogie Boogie Bash will come over here. It's looking a little busy. Did you know that Sleeping Beauty Castle is not just a castle, it's like a walk-through storytelling attraction. That's what it's called. So you can walk through Sleeping Beauty and it tells the story of Sleeping Beauty. So let's go do that on our way to Fantasyland. When you come through Sleeping Beauty Castle, to the right side is Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which we did earlier, and Peter Pan's Flight, which we did earlier. So now we're going to go to the left side, which is Snow White's Enchanted Wish and Pinocchio's Daring Journey. We're going to go ride both of those, and then figure it out from there. We've got the Storybook Canals. Now this is a pretty cool ride. I mean, where else are you gonna ride a boat through the mouth of a whale? right? Remember how I was talking about that temperature this morning and how I had that little lightweight sweater? Well, the sun has set, the sun is set, and it has definitely cooled off, and that sweater is about to come back out. I love Disney at night. It's so pretty. I've always said, doesn't matter the park, Disney is cooler at night. Literally, it's cooler here, but I mean like prettier. Okay, well, we've done pretty much everything we want to do today in Disneyland. We're going to go sit over at Jolly Holiday, get something to eat, and just vibe Disney until it's time for the fireworks. Because even though the Oogie Boogie Bash is happening over at DCA, the Halloween fireworks happen here at Disneyland, and they're going to be right here. So we're going to check that out, and then that will be it for today. Wow, we've done a lot today. You can really pack it in because Disneyland opens at 8 a.m. every day, and it's open till midnight. Now, we're not staying till midnight. We're going to do fireworks, and we're out, but you definitely can stay till midnight. Wasn't that awesome? I think Disneyland did a great job with the Halloween fireworks for everybody. And then just look at this. We are in downtown Disney right now because this is where you catch the tram back to the parking garage. And it's all decorated for Halloween. Such a good time. We've had a great day today. And that's it for today. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And we will see you next time. Bye.